the microphone.
I stay here and read my speech, otherwise I speak too long, so please enjoy the pictures. Hello, everyone. My name is Akiko Frid. I'm living in Sweden, but I'm Japanese, and working for the GMO-Free Regions with Benny. And I have been active against GMO since '96. And since I live in Sweden, I work there too, but because I'm Japanese, I work together with Japanese groups, and I recently translated the Greenpeace new report about GMO called 20 Years of Failure, which was published in Japan this week. And I work closely with the citizens group, No GMO Campaign, and also Consumers Union of Japan. So today I talk about Japan. I was in Japan in autumn last year, visited Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park. It was the 70 years after the atomic bombing. I saw many students groups going around the park, listening to the story of the bombing. Since the government of Japan proposed a controversial security reform bills, citizens of Japan started to demonstrate it against the government very strongly. People want to keep Japan as a peaceful country. No more Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Citizens have also demonstrated just after the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in 2011 against the government's action for the people living in that area, especially children, to evacuate from the nuclear power plant accident. The government did not act quickly enough to protect people from that nuclear and contamination, radioactive contamination. I was in Fukushima in 2013 and 2015. Both times I got high fever, like 40 degrees, after visiting the close area to the nuclear power plant. First time I was there in 2013, I got a strong feeling of powerless, because it was so terrible to see the beautiful scenery with mountains and fields, but no people. I could only see tons of black bags with contaminated materials, just standing there without any roofs, just in the middle of used to be an arable land. The bags do not have any function to keep the radioactive inside. Under the bags, I saw black water. I could not apologize enough to the earth. The situation was almost the same last autumn. Very, very sad, but I know we have to live and move on. The Japanese food, washoku, joined the UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage in December 2013. I visited a family farm in North Japan, Hokkaido. They are successful with the community-supported agriculture. The family has been very active against the GMO for many years. They do not use any chemicals on their farm. They are very much aware of the imported Canadian GM canola growing wild in Japan, so they have started to farm oilseed rape together with the local people and producing their own cooking oil. The family built some solar panels on their farms as well, because they believe the community-supported energy system. They are already working with the local energy company. I also visited a smaller-scale young family farm in Nara on the mountain. They farm rice and soybeans without any chemicals. They have understood that buying mountains in Japan are getting very popular, and Chinese companies are trying very hard to buy mountains in Nara and also many other parts of Japan. Only way to protect is to make the forestry association. So the mountain is not only belong to an owner. The family is also working together with other young farmers to farm Japanese tea bushes so they can also keep the mountain alive with wild animals by using trees sustainably. No GMO campaign in Japan told me that it was very unfortunate that the movement to promote locally produced food, which was successful, got damaged since the nuclear accident happened. There are some consumers who believe imported foods is safer. Also, because of the TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership Free Trade Deal, which was agreed in October 2015 by 12 nations, food safety is threatened, and also Japanese farmers likely expose the fierce competition with cheaper import. So the consumers groups are working very hard to cooperate more with small local groups more than ever before. So support farmers and promote locally produced food. The No GMO campaign is coming to strengthen the Soybeans Trust movement, which is the direct support system between consumers and farmers to increase the domestic soybean production, as well as to expand the GMO-free zones in Japan. No GMO campaign has also been working to pressure the government to make the current GMO labeling stricter, at least as the EU level. The current GMO food labeling obligation in Japan is so weak, so the consumers who want to avoid GMO cannot rely on the labels. The campaign has so far gathered 135,000 signatures. They will bring the signatures to the Consumers Affairs Agency of Japan at the end of this month. The grassroots movement in Japan is growing, and people's cooperation is getting stronger. Thank you very much for listening.